Hey tubers, me again. So, give you the background here. I've been taking care of these. They're called whackers. They're what do you call them? Compactors and stuff. And you see down here, it's leaking oil, so I have to replace the seal that goes on that exciter gearbox in there. And then the same thing is going on over here. You can see the stain. So I have the seals and everything, but I'm an old man, 62, and I do not like working on my knees, and I refuse to work on my knees. So I've had this is my Harbor Freight what do you call it, lift, and it's the bigger one. It's supposed to do 1,000 pounds. I've had it for years and years. Never gave me any trouble until I put one of those 225-pound whacker thingies on there. So, and now it's leaking. So we're gonna see if we can fix it, because you know what? It don't work right now. It only goes up about knee high. And my philosophy is, always has been, you can't break broken. You can see right here. See where all it's all whatever discolored, and the hydraulic fluid is taking the paint off and stuff. So you need to get that cylinder out of there. This one up here has got a couple of snap rings, and then that pivot pin that's up in there. You need to get that one out of there. And then I don't really want to have to come back when I'm done. I don't want to have to come back and mess with setting all this. This is the release. So when you pull on this, there's another little pin. Where is it? Right there. And then there's an adjustment screw underneath that pushes on that plunger that allows it to go down. So anyways, the idea is, like, I want to get this thing out of here with the least amount of work as possible. Because I'm lazy. I got some, what do you call them? The snap rings, retaining rings. I'm going to get those, take those off of there, and then see if I can't just take and knock that pin down through. It's got a couple of bushings. There's a bushing right there. I don't know if there's one in there, but anyways, I'll be able to use this video to go back and know how it goes back together. Yeah, it's already leaning. It's already down this way, so maybe that, like, it'll come out easy. So the whole idea is, like, I want to take this off without doing this with, too much stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna get that out of here. Pull these cotter pins, blah blah blah, and then we'll be back. We're gonna take this apart. I've never had one apart, so it looks like there's a big old nut. Something, got to unscrew it. It'll be kind of fun because we've never pulled one apart before. So, all right, let's get at it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull the cylinder out of there, but I noticed that as soon as I took the pin, which is this one, as soon as I took that pin out of there, because of this spring over here, it pushed it right up there. So I have these blocks under here to hold it, just so it doesn't get any sideways weight when I drive that pin out of there. But I'm also making a special note in my brain here, is I don't have like a spring compressor or anything. There's still some energy in there, and that's why this thing is pushed all the way up. So I'm gonna, when I go to reinstall it, I gotta make sure that it's way up at that angle, get the pin in it and then have the collar and the spring back on it. So I'll be able to compress that spring just by, having everything all put back together. So see what happens. I'm taking it out right now. Okay, now that I already did it, this little collar shot across the room. There's a lot of energy in there. Don't undo this don't undo the lower pin. Undo the upper pin, because it'll keep that spring compressed. I think I might have, well, I don't know, but I sure didn't do myself any favors. Now I'm gonna have to get that back on there somehow. Anyways, that's it. She's out. All right, let's go put her in the vise and see if we can't take this cap off. Remember that part where I said you can't break broken? Maybe you might be able to break a little more, but all right, I'll be back. Okay, you guys, here goes nothing. Get my wrench. Let's see what I'm doing here. I have no idea. None. Do I think it's just gonna roll right out of there? Hell no. Oop, that's shaking you. Oh well. Put your seatbelts on. That's not budging. I have to take and turn this thing around and put a big old pipe on it. So, hold on. We never give up. Alright, let's see what we can do now. Oh, I got visitors. What? Okay. So here's the next attempt. Let's see if we can get this thing to budge. It's trying to roll out of the vise. I think that's coming out of the vise, not the thread. Doggone it. You can't really heat it up, right? It's all full of fluid. About ready to pop out of there. Let me see if I can get this any tighter in the vise itself. Great, it is bent. I bent it. Yeah, this might be a fail. This might be a fail. Come on. That didn't sound good. Oh, we got it loose. Holy crap, it worked. That scared me. When that thing let go, that thing scared me. All right. Still got you in a little tripod here. See, broke it loose. Let's find out together what this is going to be all about. I'm sure there's going to be some. I got to move my compressor out of the way. These hoses out of there. I'm sure there's going to be some juice that falls out of there. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just get this little piece out of here and it's an O-ring? And I do have a small selection of O-rings. We'll put that on there and be back in action all the same day. I have no idea. Oh shit. Let me shoot. Yep, there it is. A little bit dripped out. Alright, let's figure out what we got. Ugh. Excuse me. Drinking my sugar-free drink. I need to get this on a paper towel. Kind of actually sort of see what we're looking at. Get this thing cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I think I've had this thing probably 4 or 5 years. And as you know, you guys probably always hear me complaining about the heat and stuff, but for a while there, it sat outside. And so when it's 115 in the shade, I have no idea what this metal would do to a seal or an O-ring. We didn't mess it up too bad. It's a couple of gouges. I mean, that thing was really, I was really leaning on it. And she broke loose, so. Now what do we do? Take and push this thing through. Oh yeah, I can see where the seal is jacked right there. Let's turn the light on. There's that, and there you go. Right underneath of there, at the end of my finger, it looks like there's a split. So this is not going to be an O-ring. This is going to be a seal. Oh, there's that. That came out. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, it's messed up in there. I didn't do that. I just did it on its own. So we got to get that out of there. Okay. I don't know if this is all one piece, but I'm looking down inside of there, and there's a little black band. There's the blue part. There's a black band inside of there. And then there's another blue part. I'm just going to try to take a hook or a pick and pull that out of there and see what we can do. Can't break broken. Gonna have to get more hydraulic oil and stuff, put this thing back together. There's a little scrape. There's a little score right there. Think something got in there? How can that be? How can that be? Let's see, can I feel that? I can't feel it with my nail. It's a rock or something that did it. Anyways, all right, we got to get this out of here. I'll be right back, guys. Well, we've come this far, so let's do the rest of this. If I zoom you guys in any closer, I know that I'll miss a bunch of stuff. Dope. There's one seal. I have a place here in Tucson. Oh yeah, the one inside is totally jacked. I bet it just got hot. It's all dissolved. Hold on. Okay, I'm putting the paper towel under it because it's just crumbling. I bet it just got super, super hot. How the heck do you get... Okay, here comes some of it. There's part of it right there. There's... The rest of it's down there on the paper towel, so... Yep. So anyways, we have a place here in town called something bearing and seal, belt bearing and seal. The last time I've only used them like once or twice, but you know what? Those guys have been doing that stuff for so long that I walk in there and all I do is like, you walk in there and you go like this. You show them. And the guy goes, oh, that's an 87 264. I'm like, whatever. Guy walks over and he finds a bin and he comes back and there's an exact match. And he'll say like $1.75. It'll be faster than eBay or Amazon. I don't even know what I would be looking for. So if I take the good one and show it to them, maybe they'll be able to hook me up. That's what we're gonna do. All right, you guys are gonna sit on this phone for at least till tomorrow because it's Sunday and they're not open. All right, I'll be back. Okay, you guys. When last we spoke, it was Sunday. Now it's Tuesday. The guys down at the hydraulic shop, they said that this O-ring will work the same as whatever that old, it's called a Y seal. That was in the, what do you call it, Hallmaster parts list, but they don't give a part number. They don't tell you the size or the dimensions or anything, but the numbers that were on the old seal, it's definitely a metric seal, and we have replaced this with an 18-26-5. There's the dust seal. Here's this, and then this is the one I'm going to try to take and put in first to do the sealing. So what did I say that was? Just so you can see it. No, well, that one you can't. What were we saying? It was 18, 26, 5. That's the measurement of this and this. And it's like a little bit of a loose fit on the piston, the ram. But once it gets compressed in there, I think we're going to be okay. You can actually see like a little bit of daylight up the side of that. But I'm just going to wrestle with it, get it in there, put it together, and then let's see what happens. No, you don't need to see me wrestle with it. I'm going to put this ring down into that second collar. See it in there? There's a little, like a little space groove right there, and then that's for the dust cover. So we're going to put that, I'm going to put that in there right now. How am I going to do it? I'm going to put the piston in there so that the ring can't go past. And then I'm just going to take a screwdriver and I'm going to wedge it in there. But I really think if I show me doing this, I'm going to open myself up to all kinds of crap from everybody that thinks they know what they're doing. And they probably do. But anyways, hey, I'm going to get that in there. Hell or high water. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I should have left it running. It literally only took 30 seconds to push that in there. But man, that sure looks like it's going to be a tight fit. I hope it doesn't cut it. I'm going to put more hydraulic oil in there. But see how much that's closed it down? It is what it is. Here's the dust cover. I'll do the dust cover the same way I just did the other one. Squish it, stick it in there, and just keep pushing down. Take the screwdriver on the piece that's sticking out right there. Can you see that? And I'm just going to take and tuck that bad boy in there. Okay, that's in. They're both back in there. So, let me tell you. I think I spent a grand total of $13 on the parts. It was like 98 cents or something for the washer, the O-ring, and then the dust cover was like $5 or $6. It wasn't that much, but because we didn't know, we went through a bunch of them, and I said I didn't care, and I was just buying them and ripping them as we were doing it, and the guys were really helpful. I took up at least a half an hour of this guy's time, so they actually did charge me for labor, and I gave the guy a $10 tip, Josh, because he was really helpful. So anyways, I'm just guessing that there's probably no such thing as too much oil when you're doing this. I'm going to put that in there like that. I'm going to get this started. I know I have to go through two different, nope, I went through the first one, no problem. Need to be kind of lined up. Felt like it's doing something. I just don't want to push it if it's crooked and end up, turn the light on, stupid. And I just don't want to end up cutting that down in there. Now, that's oil all laying down in there right now. I can't do it and look through the camera. I just can't do it. Ain't gonna happen. Just ain't happening. Okay, I feel it wiggling, but no real movement yet. I guess I kind of want it to be, you know, a little bit difficult, but not impossible to get in there, because that means that the seal is going to be really tight. But like every man has a limit to his patience. There is a bevel on the end of this to kind of help get it started. Well, looky here. Looky here. I'm going to push it through and make sure I don't see any black. Nope. I'm going to make sure I don't see any black pieces of rubber sticking out of there. And I don't. So that actually looks pretty good. And it feels like a mother. That spring's going to need a workout. Yep. She's tight. Whoops. She's real tight. Oops, you're out of the picture. It's real tight. Okay, you guys. So now I'm going to put some thread tape back on this bad boy. Oh, actually, you know what? Just in case you didn't see it, that's the size, that's the dimensions. It's a metric dust cover, metric O-ring. And this is the numbers that we used. 18, 26, and 5. That's it. All right, so now I got to take and put this whole stupid ram back together, and we'll end up checking it to make sure that it's not peeing on the floor when I step on the pedal. So it's a pain in the butt. You probably have to wait a couple days for the parts, but so far it's about a $13 rebuild, I guess. Oh, more like $8. More like $8 plus your time and effort to drive. So, anyways, all right, I'm gonna try to put that stupid spring back on the end of this. I'll be back. Okay, so I got it changed over here onto the tripod. Let's see. All right. I just put some thread tape on the shaft. I am not gonna go crazy. Remember, like how hard I had to lean on that bad chicken to get it off of there? So I'm gonna use a reasonable amount of force. And just say I'm not as strong as those guys that put it together. Okay, so that's on. I need to take and straighten this out. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys just want to see if it works. Right now, you wouldn't even have to do this, except for I screwed up. Now I have to fix my screw up. So just in case you screwed up, nah, that would never happen. I need to get that spring compressed all the way back to there. Yeah, right. I can only push it. Yeah, I need like another whole inch or so. Alright, I need to think about this one. I gotta fix my screw up. Now see, that thing's in the way. And these are in the way, or I could take them, put a hole in a 2x4, and then just cinch it back until the part I need exposed is exposed. I don't know, I'm just blithering, I'm thinking. All right, I'll come back and let you know. Okay, you guys, This is the best I could come up with. This is about 5 minutes later. So I don't have a spring compressor or anything that's going to take all that energy away. But what I do have is some zip ties. And here's my thought process. I need this to compress far enough back away so that I can get, if you look in there, so I can get the pin and the cap on there. So I'm going to take these zip ties and I'm going to do it just like that and get whatever it is, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, all the way up there so that I can get that inch that I need. And then the only real stored energy from the spring is going to be in each one of these things, not the whole, because I don't want that sucker to go boing and, like shoot me in the eye or something even worse. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to zip tie these all in, and I'll come back and show you that I've cleared this. And then before you can put the pin in and let it go, because otherwise it'll just pull the plunger out, is the foot pedal, which is this. This has got to be put back into place. And that's what will, see how it is in there? Once that's in there, then it can't shoot out. It'll be ready to rock. So that's the plan. We're just going to use zip ties to compress this spring. And there's, like I said, small amounts of energy in a very short distance. And see if we can't get that bad boy to work. So that's the plan. I'll be right back. So here we are. I got 3 on this side. And see how I kind of staggered them? Because like if you put too much on one side of the spring, they want to rotate to try to come together. So I'm trying to keep them 180 degrees off from each other. I got them staggered, but anyways, hey, here we are. I got 6 of them on there, 3 on each side, and we're almost clear of this right here. I don't dare to just pull it out and stick it in there, because if it gets past that rubber, what do you call it, that O-ring in there, that seal, then I'm going to have to start all over again and line it up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just, out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to put like 6 more of these on there, as long as they'll fit in here. And then get this cap on here. Like, we're so close, but I have to be able to put this pin in first. So I'm going to put a bunch more on there, then we'll be right back. This might work. I don't know. Okay, I got this zoomed in. Somebody's going to want to see this, see how I did it. So this is how I'm doing it. If I work on top of that ring, that'll keep you in the picture. So you have the zip tie. Turn it around like this. Let's see where all those are. I'm leaving those tails on there just in case I have to try to cinch them up a little bit more. But right now I'm just going like arm tight. So go up the side like this. Get the zip tie in there. I know I'm trying to make it so you can see, you guys. There's a zip tie on there like that. Still trying to keep that 180 degrees from each one. And I go like that, get it started, and then just pull. You can see a little bit of the difference. I'm not compressing it very much at all. These are already compressed. That's just normal right there. You can see that it doesn't compress it very much. But like I said, if it's 1/8 of an inch all the way around, and there's 8 of them, then that just compressed it by 1 inch. So that's the premise. And I'm not worried if one of these things breaks, because there's not that much energy that's stored in 1/8 of an inch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to worry about like, oh, you're gonna shoot your eye out. No, I'm not. There it is. I'm going to press it this way. And these are just a little cheapy Harbor Freight zip ties, you guys. So they're actually doing a really, really good job. So, all right, let's check it out. Let's just move over here, right beside. It should be pretty close. This is just a crazy looking mess, isn't it? Okay, we're past. We're past right there. See how that's sticking out right now? So I'm going to put one more right there, one more on the other side, just to give me that little bit of extra play. I'm going to put the dust cover on there because that'd probably be the part that's going to hurt us. See, it was about halfway. It's so close. So close. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to put this piece in down here, and then we should be able to put some juice in it and at least pump it. Make sure that, you know, it's not really leaking. Okay, so that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so we've got room to take and put in the pin right there. We're gonna put this other piece over there. It's upside down. This whole unit is upside down, and I know that because it has the little oil filler rubber thing, which is upside down. So that makes this little foot pump gizmo. It's got to go in here. It's hitting the compressor. God dang it. I just got to move the compressor without knocking you guys over. Okay. So here's what we need to do. It's got these bushings. Oh, you know what? This has got to be in the frame. This part here has got to be in the frame, otherwise I'd have to take it apart again. Well, let's just verify that we got what we need anyways. How's that? There's that. There's that. Now, you know what? Let's just do it all at once. I'm going to move the camera, and then we're just going to stick it in. Okay, I'm going to give this one shot, try to get it on camera. I have these blocks over here to kind of hold it. And then remember when we took it apart, we made a mental note that the angle needs to be way up there. So I'm not going to connect the ram or the piston over there yet. So, all right, here we go. I got all my parts. Just going to keep them close by. Let's see what happens. Set this. By the way, this thing probably weighs good. I don't know. 14 pounds. 15 pounds. Like that. Okay, so there's this. You need that pin to get started. Right up here. It's got to be at the right angle. Sorry if my head's in the way, guys. That. Now the bushing. Fingers on there. Now the pump. Pump pedal. Get this pin down a little bit. Here's the other bushing. Oh no, hold on. Never goes the way you want it to. Plus you guys are sitting right underneath that fan now too. Here's this. Now the bushing is in there. Let me get that lined up. Move that up there like that. Maybe this needs to come up. It is not lined up on the bottom. Oh, I know what it is. This bad boy's got to go up. lift it up. There's nothing ever easy. Felt like I had it there for a second. There we go. Nope. Okay, the pin is through. Got that. Now we got to get these into that. Push that all the way up. Dust cover needs to get on there. I might have to cut one of these. Piece. Maybe try to get a different angle on it, you guys. I don't know. Okay, guys, we got it. I'm trying to get you set up here again so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, that's done. We got the pins in, cotter pins in, cotter pins in. No, it was not that easy. These should have like no pressure on them now. We just got to get them out of here. Probably would have broke off if I just left them anyway, so no big deal. So I'm just cutting off the zip ties. They were helpful. Are they strategic? I don't know. But the important thing is like before you start going to do this on your own stuff, is that you watch this video and don't make that. Don't do what I did. Don't pull that first pin out of there. I'm gonna have to get in there with a razor blade. Yeah, this is making me nuts. I'll like keep you watching for that one. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Let me grab the other pin, and then we're gonna. What do you call it? Oops, I gotta get my pliers. Need those bad boys. Get them started. Open it up. I'm gonna feed it up, try to feed it up from the bottom. Just so I don't have to do this crap upside down. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Gotta be just lined up, just right. Right, there's that one. Retaining clip is back on. Might just stretch still a little bit. I don't care, as long as it doesn't come off. And that other big boy. I have to do this one from upside down. Then we're going to stand it up, we're going to put some fluid in it, and we're going to see what happens. Everybody always says that the oil just goes shooting everywhere. All right. There's that. Caution, pinch point. All right, we'll get a razor and cut those zip ties off. And then I just want to see if it's not gonna leak. It might still have enough oil in it. I don't know. I don't know. Gotta like a job where you can work with flip flops, huh, guys? That one. That one. There's this one. This one. Where are you? There's that one. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. One more. Right under the dust cover too. Yeah, of course that one doesn't want to come out. Cut it where she lands. I'm not going to hook all this stuff up right now. I just want to see what's going to pump up. And then you guys can go off and have a Blue Moon or a Coors Light or a lemonade or whatever you feel like. We gotta look down underneath. I know it's got some juice in it. I know she's got some juice. I also know that, hold on. Gotta hope you're not upside down. And right over here is the release. I can't get my fingers pinched, right? If I push on that release, this table should come down. If I can't see it, then... Alright, let's see what happens. Any liquid that's in there would come shooting out the bottom. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let me unzoom you. Because it is going up. Cable's up. No leaks. Nice. That looks good. So if it was going to be leaking, you guys, it'd be, see right where that spring is, where that piston goes in? And it's not. So it's a winner. Now the bad news is now I got to put those whackers on here and start working on those. All right, I know it was long drawn out. Learned something, but you can fix them. It's a pain in the beep, but you can do it. Okay, that's it, you guys. I'm done. I'm out. It's 106 degrees right now. That's it, I'm done, I'm out.